All right, guys, it's Mike from Fresh Belief, and I have the one and only Jacob Rothenberg. He's called the Keyword Man of Kindle Publishing. I welcome him in to the interview. All right, how are you doing today, Jacob?
Hey, I'm doing well, Michael. Thank you so much for having me on your channel. I really appreciate it, man.
So good. It's all good. So for a lot of people that are watching this, they'll know your background kind of thing. But just for everybody else who doesn't know that, I want you to just give me a brief overview of how you get started in Kindle publishing, a few of your struggles, and when did you start to work out the keywords which were starting to make you that ching-ching, the money?
Sure. So just to give a brief background about where I'm from, believe it or not, Michael, I never got into Kindle publishing as a business opportunity for making money online, as crazy and as weird as that sounds.
Yeah.
So what really happened is back in December of 2016, I had started a blog for a hobby that I compete in, powerlifting. And for my blog, I was trying to generate different ways of traffic. And from an internet marketing forum or a page that I had, I think it was .com, I found out you can like create short ebooks on Amazon with articles you've written, upload them on Amazon, and people wouldn't even have to buy these ebooks. They could just go to the free preview, see your link, and click on it for traffic generation.
Oh.
So I did that. My first ebook ever was an 8-page ebook with the articles I had written on my blog. And, it was nothing special. I did this in January of 2017. It made me $2. But what I noticed is that the next month when I had more sales come in, I noticed that these ebook sales were exceeding how much I was making with Google AdSense, like for the clicks on my
awesome.
blog. So, yeah. So with that, I decided to make a third ebook with more articles, and I made in the month of March like $200. I'm like, whoa, like this is probably the easiest way ever to make money online. So, I started watching YouTube. I found out what that Kindle publishing was actually a thing for making money online, and that you didn't have to write all the books yourself. You could actually outsource the work and make a publishing business. So that's how I got into it. And fast forward, I joined my self-publishing blueprint. That's what I started off with. And I got fully into the whole self-publishing scheme. With that, there were definitely struggles along the way with like not just direction on how to approach the business, but even for the keywords to publish for, like what's a profitable keyword, how can I really ensure and make sure that the keywords that I publish for are really going to give me a return on my investment. So I had like one of my first books ever was like, what was it, a body scrubs recipe book or something, like something stupid,
like a therapy, right?
Sorry, you didn't know that. You didn't know that about me. And I think a year and a half later, it's only made like $40, maybe 50. So that was a flop. But through experimentation, I found out like I experimented with like a short-term trend. And the summer of 2017, it was fidget spinners that was taking over kids' toys. And I made over $1,000 in the month of July just on a book about fidget spinner tricks. So that's how I got my start. And then I got really famous for like the yo-yo tricks book that made me over $4,000 in a month. And I'm still producing hits out there. So that's where I'm at with Kindle publishing overall, like knowing really hot keywords that are outside the box.
Man, that's like, it's surprising, but it's not surprising that like a lot of people like myself, I started a blog, but for you to start like your blog and then you're like, okay, you want to diversify into books. I think it's who was it that made, I think it was Nick. He has the Side Hustle blog. What he did is he took a lot of stuff from his blog and he put it into a book, and that book eventually sold a lot of copies.
Right.
But yeah, that's awesome, man. It's like I'm like, I think that can like inspire a lot of people to let them know, okay, they can start one way and then it can like delve into the other way. Because would you agree with this? A lot of Kindle publishers, they just kind of jump into this niche, and just jump around instead of trying to focus in on like one niche and build it up. What's your thoughts on that?
Absolutely, Michael. Like that is the biggest thing that I think we both see with not just entry-level publishers, but publishers in general in this whole self-publishing space. And hey, I'm guilty of this too. I'm known to jump around a bit too.
Yeah, I've done it.
So we all are. We've all done it, and we're still doing it to an extent. But I think the most, well, let me just say it right now because this is worth everyone's time and we're doing this interview.
Yeah.
The pitfall of jumping around is that your income will not sustain over time, jumping from fad to trend to fad. Like you'll reach a great spike with income 1 month, and then 3 months later, that could be literally all gone just like that. So what you really need to do, and if you're watching this video, this is really important. You want to build a sustainable long-term source of income, and that can really only be done with building a brand of books around one genre, maybe even one keyword that you have as an authority figure on Amazon. And that's how you can make money long-term sustainably.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's like I was in that boat too. And yeah, I was jumping, like I went from like dog training to meditation to gardening to, you know, like going all around. And then when you do find that one, that's when you do start to have your growth, you know? So 100%.
Yeah.
So what would you say was your biggest, how we say, your biggest mental barrier you went through before you started to have your success?
Well, I won't lie. I was one of those unusual people that kind of found success early on. But I would say, well, one of the reasons why I found early success and I didn't struggle for as long as others is that I've always kept myself educated and engaged with this business. So, and I know you've been around, Michael, you've been around longer than most, probably longer than 99% of the community. So, you know, you're a student of the game. Back before there were other courses, you just have to stay on top of your education, watching resources either on a course or even with free content that's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like there's now so much stuff, especially in 2018, that's like great content for Kindle publishing. And so just staying educated and like staying involved and engaged with the business is huge. Like publishing a book, like one book every 6 months or even every 3 months is not going to cut it. Like you have to stay engaged and stay focused on what you're trying to build, and you know, go for 2-3 books a month. You know, now that fast forward, like I've quit my job and I do this full time. Like even publishing 4 books this month, I consider is to be a little bit slow. So you have to be productive and just learn from the mistakes. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. You are going to make some errors. You're going to have failures with the books you release, but at least learn from it. See what doesn't work, and once you do see something that does work, replicate it, multiply it, and that's how you'll make money.
Yeah, well, I was going to say this at the start, but yeah, congrats on finally finishing your job and doing this full time. You're accelerating. The stuff that I'm seeing you doing now, you're proper accelerating, and you're going to hit real new heights, man. I'm really excited. I am really excited to see what you achieve this year. Well, in the next 12 months, I'm excited, man. Because the way you're doing with everything, man, it's really cool. I like what I'm seeing. So let's move on. So what's the biggest difference in your methodology between how you do keyword research versus what we call the traditional self-publisher? Whereas like a self-publisher, okay, we're going to look at the top 100 or along those lines, and then we're going to look at the best keywords kind of thing. How does your methodology differ from that?
Okay, well, I don't want to divulge the content of your course, so you've got some somewhat proprietary methods, but I'll say as a general methodology, what differs with me, and what I'm known for is, believe it or not, I know this sounds bad, but I completely ignore the rankings of ebooks, and instead I focus only on paperbacks. Reason being, with ebooks on Amazon, they usually only retail for $2.99. And with that, you get a 70% cut, and so the max you can make from a $2.99 ebook is $2.07. Whereas with a paperback, your list price can be much higher than $2.99, and you can be making $10 or sometimes even $20 royalties per book. And so that's where the money's at, Michael. And that's how you can make, $100, $200, $300 a day, is through these higher royalties. So my criteria focuses on just paperback. And it's not always intuitive to what can sell on paperback that doesn't sell at all in ebook. And that's where sometimes people can miss opportunities. And along with research methods, like I can say it here, Google Trends is huge for finding hot keywords that sometimes you might overlook because, hey, maybe you're not watching the news every day. Maybe you're really just working hard with your full-time job and you're not plugged into what the children's fad is. So, just, again, using tools to stay engaged is huge. So that's one of the methods I would use.
Yeah, I'd say like with your Google Trends thing as well, is like with guys like myself who are not in like United Kingdom or America, like mainly the market's America. So guys in the United Kingdom, Google Trends is huge because what's like kind of hot in America might be a little bit different in the UK or France or anywhere else, So,
yeah.
But on the fact of I know like I go the how can I say ebooks with my course. I've actually changed that because I'm actually currently changing that to include paperback books because I realized that I made a huge mistake with that. But no, what I was trying to get at is like for example, like you found the keywords like yo-yo tricks, fidget spinners. Okay, you're the big guy for Fortnite right now. Like these are the kind of we all know them. You said
that. Everyone knows. It's cool. It's cool.
But what I mean like that is like people go in and they'll look, okay, dog training, or they'll look at something, let's say gardening or something, or let's say meditation, and they're like the kind of the general keywords like kind of people go after. What I'm trying to get at is like how does your mindset work when you're going after like these unusual? I wouldn't call them unusual. I'd say the unusual to the mainstream. How does your mind work on that? This is what I'm trying to get at.
Sure. So, Michael, what everyone has to realize, and I don't think even the experts have figured this out yet truly or have reflected on, is that everyone is using the exact same strategies to find keywords. They're even using the exact same strategies on how to publish their book. So realizing that, unless you want to be like the top of your field, and it's possible, the top of your field in all of the same keywords that everyone else is in, you have to differentiate and find something that's a little bit outside the box and maybe find a gem or two. So that's how I came up with some weird ideas where like maybe there were only 3 or 4 books out for a given keyword, but I saw an opportunity. I saw where maybe these books weren't very well written or they didn't have enough content, and I was able to surpass them in content and what I was able to offer to customers, and that's how I made my money for some overlooked keywords.
Yeah, what I really like about the way you've done it is you've gone against the grain, and like with everybody else, we're looking for that safety and security net where it's just like, okay, they're doing like that, okay, I'll do the same way. But with yourself, you were like, okay, screw this, I'm gonna try a different way, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't. That's how I see it. Am I getting it right on the kind of the simplified English version? Yeah, I kind of get it right. Yeah,
we're good.
Cool. Okay, so all right, so everyone's kind of goal is to kind of hit the $1,000 mark. So with all the information available, how quickly, like in 2018, we're going into 2019, can they hit that using the traditional self-published course, like, okay, Emeka's, and using your methodology? What is how does it weigh up, in your opinion? I hope Emeka won't watch this.
I have to be very unbiased and fair. Is it possible to make $1,000 a month using Emeka's course and have it be achieved by even the end of this year? Yes, absolutely. It is absolutely 100% possible. I think it's even possible with anyone's course, but that just comes with having the proper mindset on how to approach the business, and especially, what speed you have to be producing content that matters too. But it's definitely the mindset you are required of to realize, okay, here's where I am from zero. Here's everything I need to learn, not with just how to publish a book, but with how to approach the business that'll take me to making my first $1,000 or even $1,000 a month. And yeah, I'd say it's possible with anyone's course. I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
Is my course going to get you there faster? Hell yeah, of course it is. I literally give you keywords to publish for every month. And I have students who have made, like, even in Europe, I've got Gary. He's making over £1,000 a month with some of the keywords I've given him, and it was only within 2 or 3 months this was done. I have a second account legally through my LLC, through my company that I've opened. My first full month on my second account, I have one book, only one book that's made me $300. So that's like starting fresh.
Nice.
So yeah, so effective keywords will bring you money, and people would argue that keywords are probably, well, good keywords are 90% of the equation with making money on Amazon. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'd say, well, it's good keywords, and the way you present them is like, after taking all these courses, it like really changed my mindset on how I actually presented the books, because like you said, you can have 50 beginner's guide, and then it's like, which one do you choose? But if you have like a certain twist on your book, which is orientated towards the market, then they're more likely to go for your book if that pulls at their kind of their strings. So I'd say it's part keyword and part keyword, competition, and how could you say, how you present your book.
Yeah, how you present your book, and especially how you differentiate yourself from the competition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, do you want to be the 50,000th keto diet book, or maybe you can be the fourth, the fifth book on the keto diet for pigeons, let's say.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, like, you have a better chance of selling to pigeons for the keto diet than you do for humans if you have 50,000 books already out for the keto diet for humans. So you just have to find angles to differentiate yourself from competition.
100%. So how can we say this? Now all the trends are going towards audio. Now we have, like, if you've seen, everyone should know this, we've seen Amazon Alexa, we've got the Google Home device, we've got all home devices coming out, stuff like that. So like the statistics are, by 2020, everyone doing a Google search will have, they said 60% are going to do it by voice. So with all that going that way, with the Audible, do you still see there's going to be a market for the paperbacks and ebooks as everyone kind of goes towards the audio section and Audible?
Well, from what I've seen, Michael, and I've done my research and I listened to other channels that specialize in audiobooks. What I'm seeing now, okay, Amazon is huge. Will ebooks completely go away? Will they completely vanish? Yeah. No, of course not. There's still going to be a massive, massive market for ebooks and for paperback. That being said, what we're seeing is that there is a slightly downward trend with the sales of ebooks. It's still massive, believe me. Like, taking 3 billion out of 100 billion, it still leaves you with 97 billion. So it's huge. But with the less prominence of ebooks, we're now seeing where audiobook is really taking off. And that's the new frontier for medium, for content, as far as books and how it's distributed. So audiobooks are really taking off, and that's where there's so much opportunity to make what's considered easy money through publishing audiobooks on ACX.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting in on that. It's like, how can you say it? It's back in 2013 when it was like the Wild West of Kindle publishing books. It's
that's how I describe it too, like the Wild Wild West.
Yeah. So big ideas. Where do you see yourself in 1 year's time with all your business, your courses, your publishing business? What's the projected plan?
Oh man, I don't even know what to picture a year out from now. Like, a year ago, could you have told me that I would go $20,000 in debt, recover, become a full-time publisher, and quit my job? I don't know. Like that's a pretty crazy story. But a year from now, what I could predict happening is that I'm making a lot of money through publishing. I hope I'm one of the top publishers in the space with in terms of income production. Like I want to be the legendary $20,000 a month guy. Like no one has reached that yet. I want to be able to. I want to be the guy to do it. But as far as the business, I genuinely love helping people, Michael. I genuinely love working with students. I see myself, and this is an idea I had. It's gonna come into fruition. I want to, in 2019, be able to travel all over the world, helping students with their publishing business, and even beyond publishing with, business and life in general. Like I really see that as a lot of fun, and also as a lot of opportunity to bring value to people. So, I mean, I'll start domestically first. I don't have the funds to like go internationally every month, but I want to at least travel to domestic cities here in the U.S. and help students out. Like it'll be a lot of fun.
Well, you'd be surprised how cheap it is to travel. Like if you come to Asia, I know you're like thinking about the Philippines, but in Asia it's so cheap to travel. If you like taking planes, if you're going like by bus, vans, whatever you're doing, like, and the living costs over here are like comparable to the United States. You're going to be looking, you're like, how do I have this much extra income every month? So it's 100%, man.
I know, man. Yeah, like I was researching and I saw a one-way ticket from Bangkok to Hanoi in Vietnam is like 35 pounds.
Yeah,
like, that is so cheap. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because they're all competing. They're all low cost, low for airlines competing over, and it's like,
yes.
It's my dream come true. But all right, so the big thing. Okay, let's get on to your first course, the Elite Keyword Mastermind. Can you tell us a little bit about this so everybody can know what it's all about?
Sure. So for the Elite Keyword Mastermind, it's a course, and it's not even just a course. It's like a system and a community I've built to where I not only teach you how to find keywords my way with my research methods, and some of those methods are completely unique to how I do them. No one else finds keywords the way I do. And if you're frustrated with not being able to find keywords, if it's taking you days, even sometimes weeks to find good keywords, I show you how to find profitable keywords in minutes, sometimes even seconds of just searching on Amazon. And, along with that, and the real reason why people join my course is that I give you keywords to publish for every month. Every month, I give you literally 3 keywords that I know are profitable, where all you have to do is, watch which keyword it is and learn why it's profitable and what strategy I give you, but also just publish the book and you'll make money. I know this works. I have testimonials from students who can swear that they're making money with the keywords I give out. And along with that, we have a Facebook group too of an inner mastermind where you can approach me one-on-one for any questions you have, not just related to keywords, but publishing in general. So it works really well for everyone in the mastermind.
Yeah, what I really like about it is when I took it, okay, it shifted my mindset like a little bit, but then I seen the keywords that you're giving out. It was like, okay, I see these. And then it was like, I think it was after about 2 or 3 months, and I started like seeing the different keywords. It starts to connect everything together because you have the teaching, but then when you actually see the keywords, you're like, okay, so it's these types of keywords. These are unusual as hell. But then it kind of interlinks, interlinks your method and the keywords, and then it starts to really make you think, okay, a different style of how you get keywords. It's even like for me, like I have my traditional way of how I do it, but it's even changed that on how I'm thinking, okay, maybe I don't need to always go for that, like the six and then top 4 of them being profitable. I don't need to do, but I can do that, and I can do your thing. So it's like you say, it's like it's gaining knowledge and applying it to your own business in your own way. So that's what I really like about your course. It shifts your mindset on keyword research and how all the traditional publishing courses have taught it. You shift it away.
Yeah, sure. And hey, when you're starting out, it's definitely good to have a system of, hey, let's check these 6 first books and make sure their bestsellers ranking is under 100,000. Like that's great to give you a safety net to
Foundation.
do your first $1,000 on publishing. But as you expand, as you grow, as you maybe adopt a higher level mindset on what's profitable and what can make you money. Like, hey, in September, we had a keyword where there were 0 existing books for that keyword. It was for a book released on a recent hot release.
Oh, the one
And
you just did, right? The last keyword.
the last keyword, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so there was a publisher that even beat me to the keyword, and like 3 days later, after I gave out the keyword, there was a book on it, and they're making like 8 paperback sales a day now, and I'm kind of jealous that they beat me to it because my books should be done really soon. But man, it really works. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
That's mad, man. Hey, well, it has been fantastic. I've really enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed picking your brain, seeing how you tick. Is there anything last you want to say to everybody that's watching this?
Hey, I'm just gonna say right now, Michael, like we've been plugging a lot about my course, but hey, can you tell everyone more about your course and why it is, I would say, more accessible for newbies and for why someone should buy your course to start off? As I feel it's only fair we talk about why your course based on keywords is very viable too.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, thank you. I wasn't expecting this to come, but yeah, the difference between my course and your course is yours is for people who already have that foundation. And with my course, it's going to give you that foundation on how to find keywords. It gives you that step-by-step process to go from that knowing absolutely nothing to actually going into the trenches and seeing, okay, I do this, and then I do this, and then I do this, and this. Is basically me holding your hand all the way through the process to actually, you're going from having nothing to actually be able to find, like, I think, what was it? I'll give you 100 in 25 minutes. I get 140 keywords, and then you have to basically filter them down. But out of some of them ones, it's like a sieve. Some of them are going to get stuck, and some of them are going to be your profitable keywords. So that's really how it's different. It's a step-by-step manner on how to get it. But like, I appreciate back yours is like how can I say, it's shifting the thinking. So mine's giving you the foundation to your Kindle publishing keyword research, and then yours is okay. The step after that, we can say that.
The rabbit out of the hat, sure.
Yeah.
The magic tricks.
Because I feel if they take your course first, they might get a little bit overwhelmed if they haven't got that base foundation.
You always need a foundation in anything you do. Absolutely.
100%. So yeah, okay. Thank you for your time. If you want to get Jacob's course, go to freshbelief.com/elite keyword and get it there. All right, guys. All right. What am I saying, guys? All right, Jacob, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to be on the channel. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions for Jacob or myself, please comment below. The guy will answer, I'll answer. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. All right, laters.